The madness within, the madness within, the madness without. Man, aren't we in a time of great madness, chaos? Hey, I don't watch the news, but when I do, like, it comes up, right? It's just like, it's so funny to me that they're just like putting like shit in there. There's like, it's just so much negativity. It's like, and I guess, it's a reflection of what's going on in the world, but it's keeping people in modes of fear and stuff, and that's cool. But it shows me how clearly, like, brings me clarity to myself in that I can further distance myself from those things, and I send my love and light to the world and to the atrocities of the world, and I really do understand the turmoil and the shit people go through, right? But letting that pull me down and letting that define my experience, I won't have it anymore. I'd rather be in my own experience of who I truly am and not let others pull me down, right? External energies, not letting that define my experience and pull me down. So that was just a quick note, but the madness within. Right now, I feel, is a time where a lot of our shadow is coming to the surface, so a lot of our inner madness is coming to the surface. A lot of what we've been hiding from is coming to the surface, and I know how hard it can be for people, and I'm not here to say that I had the hardest life or whatnot, but I've definitely been through my fair share of shit, so, and I still do go through my fair share of shit, so, and I know what it's like to be in those stages of life where you're like, the madness within is just taking control, and it's like the thoughts in your head are scary, and like you don't know who's in control. You don't like you don't feel like you have control in your life, and you feel that sometimes you can even feel like like you've got fucking 7 different people in your head, right? Fuck, like it can feel like the madness within is just taking control. And for anyone that's watching this and they feel like they're going through some shit, and I want to let you know that whatever you're going through, like, this is from my experience and from my truth, this is how I feel. Whatever we're going through, whatever you're going through, like, I want to let you know that we're going through this for a reason. And if you're at a time in your life where shit's coming up within yourself and stuff that is heavy and scary and insane, when these things are coming up, they're coming to the surface to be seen. When we stop overly identifying with these things, because a lot of the time this madness that's built within us, it's from past experiences of trauma and program beliefs. So a lot of these things aren't inherently who we are, truly. So when we can start seeing these things from a broader perspective and seeing them from not just this limited view of this is who we are, but taking a step back and watching these things from a state of witnessing, from a state of observing, then we're not in a state of reactivity of these things. We're not so controlled by these things because we can see them for what they are, the programming, and we can see them for what they are. and perceive them. And when we're in a state of witnessing these things, rather than being overly identified with these things, we create space from these things. That's sitting in our truth, is witnessing and allowing these things to be relinquished, to be surrendered to be let go of. Like, that's that creating space, is witnessing, rather than when we're in a state of reactivity. It's like, reacting, right? It's like automatic. We react to certain things that goes on with inside of us, and we're using our thoughts to react to certain things, and we're bouncing off, and we're just like, we're playing in the madness. When we decide to take a stand and not play in the madness, but we witness the madness for what it is, we witness it. When we do that, that's sitting in awareness. That's sitting in your truth. This is talking about, we all have this capability of sitting in awareness, sitting in the witness. This is a state of truth. This is like, it's like the silence that prevails over everything. It's like the backdrop. But this also requires us to get out of here. And for me, a big thing has been the breath, in that when we're so caught up in the madness and caught in the mind, of course we're not witnessing, we're not in a space of receptivity of these things. We're in a space of, we're joining in on the madness. So everyone has their own technique of being more in an observing state rather than a reacting state. Some people, that's working out, and it puts them in a state where they're not like overly critical about things. They're just in the flow, right? You're in the flow. This is the witness state, in the flow. You're in the flow of things. You're just allowing things to unfold. You're allowing things to come up, to be seen. You're not overly identified. You're not overly constricted in one part. You're being a witness, is not constricting yourself, especially in here, not constricting yourself to certain beliefs and patterns, but it's being in a state of witness is actually like coming out of that restriction and opening and broadening and being in your fullest, your truth. So I don't know, I find it hard to talk about this state of witness because it's not something that can be necessarily put into words. It's an experiential thing where every human is capable of this, because like, we're infinite souls. This is how I feel. And we've limited ourselves so much, so it's about removing those limitations and being in a state of limitlessness. For me, that's following the breath, because the breath anchors you. Especially when you're following your breath into your chest. You're taking your awareness away from like this heavy, you know, when we're in our mind all the time, like breathing into your chest, feeling your heart, and then releasing that. It's like you're following the whole, you know, process of the breath, and it's like you're bringing more conscious awareness to your experience and your feelings and your whole body as a whole. So hopefully this helps someone anyway, just like all my videos, all over the place rambling, but appreciate you for watching nonetheless. So thank you, much appreciated. You have my love, you have my gratitude. Sending you all my blessings from Australia. Thank you, appreciate you.